You know that sort of hopeless, depressed, empty feeling you get after you've left the gym for the day and it was the highlight, and you know you have to be working on something else. You want to build that side business that will eventually be your full-time income. You want to work on that creative project that will give your life meaning and purpose, but you just procrastinate and you're confused. You don't really know what that project has to be because you're all over the place. Your life is still a bit of a mess despite going to the gym, being consistent. And how do you spend the rest of your time? You waste it. You're trying to numb this empty feeling. You're trying to fill the void inside of you with cheap pleasure, quick fixes like scrolling. Maybe you are deluding yourself that you're being productive by watching educational content that is really just advanced procrastination. And every day that passes, this nagging, guilty feeling gets worse and worse and worse, because you look around at guys younger than you who are moving forward at a much higher velocity. They're absolutely crushing it, and you're falling further and further behind every single day. I get it, man. I've lived this way, wasting years in this cycle of despair, where the only thing I did productive throughout my day was go to the gym, but then the rest of my time was spent working shitty, meaningless jobs that weren't moving me forward towards the life I wanted to build. I'd be going through loops of doom where some days I would eat clean, consistent, extreme dieting, carnivore, keto, meat and fruit, and then fall off after 3 days, go on a massive binge, reset my progress, and just carry on in this quiet desperation, always wanting more, but never knowing what that more is. Throughout my day, just listening to all of these podcasts and YouTube videos about business, education, all that stuff that I thought was being productive because I was learning. But in reality, it was just filling my head with all of this useless information that I wasn't acting upon. There's no worse feeling than being slightly more disciplined than the average bum, but being just a shadow of who you know you need to become. You're like literally 0.01% into your potential, and you know it. But every day that passes, it's just getting harder and harder and harder to start. You've had failed ventures in the past. You've worked on businesses, projects, developed skills, had weird, interesting hobbies that set you apart, but you've just given up on them. They've slowly fizzled out. In this state of life you're in right now, when you're drifting in directionless, forget about becoming a multi-billionaire or whatever other crazy goals you have. Rather, don't forget about it. Just defer it. Because right now, your biggest project needs to be you. Going to the gym is not enough. You're lacking personal development so hard that no matter what you start, you're just going to end up giving up and fizzling out. You have to dial in the rest of your habits and routine to the point where you can look in the mirror and feel proud of yourself. Not just because you're getting in crazy shape, because right now you probably still look mid. Even though you are consistent at the gym, you still don't have the physique you want because the rest of the habits in your life are slowly eroding your mindset. And therefore, when you're at the gym, you're still distracted. You're not able to put in the full focus and intensity that it takes to get the physique you actually desire, that will set you apart, that will make you stand out. So what the fuck do you do? How do you get out of this mess? Well, it all begins with the morning. Right now, I'm guessing you either don't have an alarm, or if you have an alarm, you snooze for as long as possible until you absolutely have to get up to start the day, because you have to get to work. You have to go to your shitty job and then come home, go to the gym. That be the highlight of your day. Leave just feeling lost and confused again. Fuck, I used to literally have a triple dopamine stack where throughout my day, when I wasn't at work or the gym, all I was doing was playing online chess with a Netflix a Netflix show going in the background while stuffing my face with instantly pleasurable food. That was my way of escape. And it was enjoyable in the moment, ever so slightly. But while I was enjoying this, there was this growing feeling of agitation, knowing that I need to be doing so much more. And then I would leave this session when I finally had to go to bed, just hating myself, tossing and turning in the middle of the night, with my brain absolutely tormenting me, telling me what a worthless loser I was, thinking about how many past failures I've had. The best way to start dialing in the rest of your life is to set an early morning alarm that you stick to every single day, no matter how you feel, no matter how many hours of sleep you got the night before. And at first, it will be disgustingly hard. When I first did this, I had such bad anxiety about setting my alarm that I was up for most of the night, only ending up getting from 2 to 4 hours of sleep in the end. For the first 2 or 3 days of doing this, because I had been suffering from insomnia pretty much my whole life, on and off. Funnily enough, after I did this and I committed, my insomnia is gone and it feels like a shadow of the past. Now, the only times that I have insomnia occasionally is when I'm just too excited. I can't fall back asleep because I'm just so motivated to get up, driven, and conquer the day. Such an amazing feeling to have this kind of insomnia rather than the depression kind of anxiety and fear. So set that early morning alarm. It will be very difficult at first, but that's the point. Because right now, you are a bit of an undisciplined mess. I hate to break it to you, but going to the gym doesn't make you hardcore. It's probably something you actually enjoy. However, you're still unfocused and distracted. You're always changing your workout split. You're thinking, oh, what exercise should I do next? I saw this Instagram reel about this influencer telling me that this is the best exercise, or should I do this one that this guy said instead? Your gym sessions are a fucking mess, bro. Sort yourself out. Your nutrition is all over the place. Like, come on. How many years have you been training for and you still look the way you do? The early morning process is going to set you up for a better day because it's going to help you be consistent in at least one area, and then you allow that skill to build and feed over into other areas of life. You wake up at the same time every day, no matter how you feel, and you have a morning process. Very simple, nothing crazy, no 3-hour science guru approved biohacking nonsense. No, just simple. Get up, get into the cold shower, and then meditate. And after that, you've primed your brain. Go do the thing that is the most important in the current phase of your life, whether that be actually going to the gym and being consistent with a routine that's finally going to get you the physique you deserve, or You know what? Fuck that. You have the physique you deserve right now based on your current inputs. No, the physique you actually want is what I meant to say. Or if you actually know what that project is you need to work on that will help build the skill set that's going to move your life forward, do your morning process and just start working on that straight away. It's called Eat the Frog. I'm sure you've heard of that concept before. You've watched all the self-improvement videos. You've probably read quite a few self-improvement books, but you're not taking action on the information you've learned. Therefore, that knowledge is useless. It's not power. No, that knowledge is just filling up your brain, making you overthink everything. No. Right now, you don't need more information, you need more action, and actually consuming more information at this current stage is only going to hold you back. So do a detox, like strip everything, stop consuming content, spend way more time in introspection, asking yourself questions that are going to help you discover what you actually want to do. Think about what kind of impact you want to have on the world. Think about who you need to become in order for your future family to have an amazing life. And for you to have an amazing life. Think about the character traits you need to develop in order to become the man you respect. Like, genuinely, 2 weeks without content of heavy introspection and action are going to change your life way more than any YouTube video, than any book ever will. And then once you get into a state of action where you actually are doing the things you know you have to do, and you're fulfilling every commitment that you set to yourself, you're dialed in with your training, your nutrition, you've got a good sleep schedule finally because you're waking up at the same time every day, so you're way more focused on getting to bed on time. You're in a much better position after that point to then start absorbing the information that you do need specific to your current situation that's going to help you move forward in all those areas you want to progress in. This is where you need to find someone who has the results you want, whether it be a business coach or a personal development coach, a fitness coach, anyone who can help just time collapse your journey. And by being in proximity with them as close as you can, you're able to absorb their mindset, their way of thinking, and program it into your own life. You have a lot of work to do, bro. How many more days are you going to keep living in this mess? You're stagnating, bro. People around you are moving forward at a rapid rate. That's a lie. Probably people around you, your loser friends, are not moving forward at all, and it's making you feel a bit more complacent and okay with yourself. But then you watch the guys online who are moving forward at lightning speed, and it makes you feel disgusted with yourself. Use that feeling as fuel. I can guarantee you that when you do get into this state of taking action and being aligned with who you know you need to become, you can watch these guys who are moving forward, who are mogging you at life right now, and you can be inspired by it rather than ashamed, rather than feeling this guilt of, fuck, they're so far ahead of me. You start thinking, yes, they're ahead, good, I can get there as well. If all of that makes sense and you resonate with what I'm saying to you, then there's going to be a little link down below. This process is exactly what I help guys with, but only apply to work with me if you're serious, if you're finally committed to go all in and stop fucking around, because I only take on people who I can actually help, who are willing to do the work.